minutes.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well, we all know who created the concept of total football, but is it fair to say, Jim, that no one embodied it better on the pitch than this man, Ruud Gullit?
That is true, definitely. He has the pace, the power, the technique to play anywhere across the front line, but he also has the intelligence, the vision to play in a more withdrawn playmaking role, or even in defence. He could fill in and cover for any position as required, and he had the intelligence to be able to put it all together.
He really does have it all. Nicely intercepted. Shevchenko looks to get on the end of this. Albertini. Hernandez. And a chance! Now Tonali. Nuno Mendes.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And he's managed to get free. Nuno Mendes produces a cross. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Can he get it through?
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
And it's Tonali. And here's Thuram. Bruno Fernandes. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Hernandez is one whose deliveries we all know about. Vietnam, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. He's being urged to shoot. Rafael Leao tries to play it through. Now it's Gullit, and that's been drilled in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Tonali goes steaming forward. Hernandez.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Seedorf. Gullit. Can he get on the end of this?
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And it's Tonali. Bruno Fernandes. And that has left him in a heap. Gullit running with the ball. And he was quick to react. Howson. Tonali. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. And he's in on goal! And the finish! He can get that clear. And it's Hakimi. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Bullet. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
That has been cut short. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Hernandez. Albertini. It's a really well-measured ball. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Rafael Leao! Lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Rafael Leao simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
And smartly reclaimed. Dink through. Nuno Mendes. Tonali. Threads one in. Fire. He's had a shot! Goal! A goal and a really telling moment. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Vietnam are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Quick reminder today,
How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Vietnam really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Vietnam leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, it's been tight.
Shot at goal! It's a goal! That is his ton, and does he not know it?
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Vietnam are sitting... Oh, they could be caught out here! Pull it in acres of... And a shot! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Well, that would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
Chouameni. And it's Hakimi. That's been cut out, well played.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's well spotted. Bullet. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Rafael Leao.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref.
Milan have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
It's a mighty effort! Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Substitution on the field. Number
Milan
21,
with their first corner, the first in the game for either side,
number
actually.
20, Mbappe. Coming on the
Howson
field.
with the clearance.
Number 42.
And it's Seedorf. Now this could be a chance. He's in a great position here. And there's no surprise who's taking this corner. Musiala clears it away. Vietnam still have the cards to affect this game. Hullet. Can he finish? And he hits the net. And they are dragging it back. Game on again. You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Milan get themselves back into contention.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Seedorf. And here's Rafael Leao. Cleared without hesitation.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Hernandez gets into some space. Oh, there's a probing ball. Searching pass he's played there. And he can clear it away.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Played out towards the right wing. Tries the cross. Has a look up and drives it forward.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And he's had it nicked away. Hakimi got a long way forward to join the attack. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Nicely weighted ball. Hakimi. Cross from Hakimi. Chouameni. Lovely, now then. Oh, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Seedorf is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Vietnam close now to seeing this one through to the end. Now it's Tonali. Chance! Oh, it's come off the upright.
Vietnam really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Solot.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Kaká gets a foot in here.
Substitution on the field. Number 25, Nuno Mendes. Number 9,
Pirlo
Hakimi.
powering forward here.
Number 19, Tonali.
Oh, good spread.
Coming on the
Hullet
field.
receives it in a
Number
wide
8,
position.
Cucurella.
And he's managed to get
Number
rid.
3,
Well, they've got it again.
Number 87.
That's that, the end. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Well, after all of
And we
that,
come
Jim,
to you
what are
now
you
with a
thinking?
quick
Well, I
request
guess
for
it's a
support
result that's
for our
best
world
described
champion.